Welcome to the Word for 2021, a daily devotional as we go through God's Word chapter by chapter. Today we're in 1 Samuel chapter 4. In this chapter, the Philistines defeat the Israelites and 4,000 men are lost. As we're reading this chapter, right after the defeat, the elders of Israel, they start to blame God. They ask the question, why did the Lord bring defeat upon us? It's a very common scenario. People, they rarely thank God for blessings, but they're quick to blame Him for calamity. Many people don't even think about God until something bad happens. Looking for someone to blame, it goes all the way back to Adam and Eve in the garden, chapter 3 of the book of Genesis. There, Adam and Eve sinned, and God confronts them. And what does Eve do? She blames the serpent. What does Adam do? He actually blames God. This is what he said. The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. It's part of the sinful nature to look and blame others rather than taking responsibility for our own sins, actions, and attitudes. Going back to 1 Samuel chapter 4, after this defeat, what did the Israelites do? Well, they blame God, but then they turn to superstition. Because God made mankind in His own image, there is a spiritual draw or longing in everyone. Pascal, an ancient philosopher, once said this, "There is a God-shaped hole in all of us that only He can fill." But when people do not pursue God, they go to other forms and beliefs of the supernatural. People oftentimes look for safety and security in good luck charms, like a rabbit's foot or a four-leaf clover, or a talisman. Now that's simply an object that they consider would have special powers. The image of a person, be it a statue or a figurine, it's actually an idol. In 2 Kings chapter 18 verse 4, Israel had turned from God, but King Hezekiah was bringing the people back to God. And so what does he then do? He removes the high places, it says. He smashed the sacred stones. He cut down the Asherah poles, and then he broke into pieces the bronze snake that Moses had made to heal the people in the wilderness. Why did he do that? Because that bronze snake had actually become an idol for the people. Again, in 1 Samuel chapter 4, when the Philistines defeated the Israelites, what did they then do? It says in verse 3, the elders came together and they said, "Let us bring the ark of the Lord's covenant from Shiloh, so that it may go before us and save us from the hand of our enemies." Instead of seeking God, they put their hope in what they thought was a good luck charm, the ark of the covenant. But what was the result? They lost the battle, 30,000 men died, and the ark of the covenant itself was captured by the Philistines. Their hope and our hope is not in anything man-made, be it a symbol, a figurine, or an object, but rather in a person. In Acts chapter 4 verse 12, salvation is found in no one else but Jesus. In Romans chapter 10 verses 9 and 13, if we confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in our heart that God raised him from the dead, then we will be saved. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Psalm 46:1, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in time of trouble. Psalm 121 verse 1, I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 27:7, the Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in Him, and I am helped. Are you in trouble? Do you need strength? Again, our hope is not found in anything man-made, but rather our hope and strength is found in Jesus. Thank you for joining the Word for 2021.